lot of spirit, a lot of energy. Really was pleased the way the defense is now starting to practice the way we want them to practice. They're wrapping people up, putting their face on people, wrapping them up, and then letting them go. Okay? Danny Trevathan is one of the leaders over in doing that. And I think they've taken on what he has shown them, and everybody start practicing it away. So we're getting better. We're not there yet, but I think we're getting better at it. Now I can see who's missing and who's making tackles. Before, when you go over and tag off and those things, you can't tell if they made the tackle or missed the tackle. And Saturday it showed up because we missed a lot of tackles. Really pleased with the way that we're throwing the ball. That's the thing, one of our emphasis. We came into this spring wanting to emphasize. We're throwing and catching. Not just throwing, but we're catching and making plays. Not only the little short passes, but we're making plays down the field also.
How have special teams been in camp?
Well, we only work in two phases. We're not going through all the other phases. We're going through field goal, PAT and field goal. We're going through our bombers, what we're calling our bombers, our punt team. Those are the only two phases we're working on. We're getting a lot more skilled people on our bombers. Trying to get some young guys on it to give them a role and ownership in some things. It's been up and down, but we think they're coming. There's a lot of guys like Jonathan George, his role has got to be as a special teamer first. So we expect him to do well on the Bombers too.
Alfonso loved doing that. Do you have to sell guys on that, or have you had a pretty good succession of skilled players who do it and have done it well, so you don't have to really coach with young guys and say, you got to do this?
You got to sell it. No question about that, because all those guys have been guys that have the ball in their hand every play. I think the thing that we are selling now is telling them that's how Alfonso made the team here by going down and tackling people on kickoff, going down and tackling people on the punt team. Alfonso, the knock on him when we first got in there, we didn't know if we questioned toughness. Well, Alfonso showed us he was tough. And that way, it was easier for us to say, hey, now he's ready to play. Because he's shown he was tough. He always could run the ball, but he showed us his toughness by what he did on the special teams. Same thing with Jonathan George and Don Russell. They got to show us their toughness on the special teams. A lot of the young receivers. DJ Phillips has got to be one of those guys that goes down and plays special teams and show us he's
Does it help to have Tommy Cook on your staff? He was a good guy.
Yeah, he was a good gunner. It helps because I can refer to him. I'm telling Brian Adams, I want you to be a tough guy like this. He doesn't remember Tommy, but he knows how the energy that Tommy brings here at practice every day. So hopefully Brian can be one of those tough guys. I love how Tommy took him.
Joker, as you get closer to the end, what kind of spring points the guy had?
Up and down. I mean, I tell everybody the difference between the good and the great defense is safety play. The safety's got to be downhill tackles, and he hasn't been consistent in doing that. But Winston has a lot of potential. We all know that. He's blessed with a great body and a lot of potential. He hadn't done it yet, and we hadn't seen it consistently. He has done it, but hadn't done it consistently.
Have you had a chance to talk to any of the guys preparing for the draft, and what do you think? I mean, you could have several guys, maybe hear their names.
I just seen them in passing. My plate is way too full to be talking about those guys. But I've seen them in passing. They all been working out here. It's good to have those guys around. Some of them been at practice. A lot of them been in the weight room working out. So one thing is we reported that we were going to break the teams up, and we were going to, but we've changed the format now because of some injuries at some positions that won't allow us to break the teams up. So we'll go offense versus defense, keep a scoring system. Be similar to the first scrimmage you guys saw, but there will be a scoring system for the defense. Defense will have a scoring system that they'll be able to score points. So we just feel like that where our numbers are, we have to be switching people back and forth. We want to just go offense, defense, and have a scoring system there.
How's the offensive line? Has it progressed as well as you'd hoped so far this spring?
They've gotten better, and there's no question about that. They play fast, they play hard, play as a group, and that's the biggest thing. we've had 4 guys that have been playing together for a long time. Actually 5, because Stewart had been there for 2 years. They played a lot for the last 2 years. So the thing that these guys are doing is playing together. Bringing Chandler over. Chandler's always hung out and lived with a lot of those guys, so it's been easy to get him in the mix also.
Could they be more? They're not as experienced, but you think they could be potentially more athletic than what you had?
I know they're more athletic than we've had here in a long time. They're tough guys, they're smart guys, and they're willing guys. That's the thing. And they all. The offensive linemen are like fullbacks, and that's one of the reasons why everybody's so high on John Connor. John Connor knows he's a fullback. Some of those fullbacks think they're running backs. All offensive linemen, they know they're running offensive linemen. They don't think they're defensive linemen, and they don't think they're wide receivers. So I mean, that's what's happening. Those guys know who they are.
How was the competition at center shaking down so much?
You know, there's a little competition between Marcus Davis and Matt Smith, but the big competition will start when Jake Leneski comes back. Jake's been out, and we'll try to get Jake in there, get him in the mix at center. We're trying to get our best 5 on the field. Putting Jake at center gives us a chance to get our best 5 because we feel really good about the 2 guards.
Booker, you have the captain's breakfast and the Cleveland outing and everything lined up for this weekend. Why is that important?
Well, it's important that the lettermen feel that they are important to this program. You know, I am one of those lettermen, so I want those guys to feel comfortable in coming back. And I think it helps having a guy that they can identify with. Yeah, you gotta have it. It's easier for them to come back. So we invite them, see how many guys that we can get back, and hopefully they'll continue to grow every year.
Has that been missing in your opinion?
It has been missed. Well, I don't think we've done enough for them. We've done some things, but I think we need to do more for them. We'll continue to build on the program that we have this weekend.
Time for 1 or 2 more?
Was this the first practice maybe
Today it was. It was. I think they did a good job of holding their gaps and stopping the run, and then the linebackers and the safeties did a good job of filling. We got to get better in pass defense. I think today in the pass defense we didn't do as well. But one of the things we've been putting the emphasis on is stopping the run in these last couple of practices.
How's Sam Simpson?
He's battling. He's battling at the center position. There's three centers. The thing that we're doing with Sam is Sam's getting a chance to play center and guard because of our numbers. We've been down a right guard, so Sam's having to play a couple of positions, not getting as many reps as he would like at center, but he's getting a lot of reps at guard. Any reps he gets is experience. We're getting experience for him.
Thanks, folks.